Hi, hello dear students. It gives me joy and pleasure to meet you all through this video session. I am Mr. Oskan, your English teacher from Bharathidhasanar Matriculation Higher Secondary School. I feel much privileged to take a grammar class for all of you. Today our prime concern is going to be for 9th standard Samachi textbook, in which we are going to see the grammar part. The genre here is preposition and its usage. Students, you might have studied in your childhood days that the parts of speech we have got. What are all those parts of speech? We have got noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction and interjection. Now they have also included this determiners. Students, today our main topic is going to be on preposition. I repeat, preposition. The word preposition has a very important thing in our day-to-day spoken English and communicative English. Students, without the help of this preposition, we may find it very difficult to frame a proper sentence. So, please keep it in your mind and follow my words. Students, as I said, please open 9th standard unit 1. Open your textbook. The reference page here is page number 12 to 15. This is what we have got, and Samachi textbook. The topic is going to be preposition and its usage. Students, what do you mean by preposition? Here, if you keenly observe, I have pointed out preposition. Preposition. The word pre here refers to before. Before. So the position of something. What is the position? So thus, what do you mean by preposition? Preposition, it is a word or set of words that indicates location. It indicates a location. Where does it lie? It shows some other relationship between the nouns, especially it may be also pronoun, and other parts of sentences. Dear students, please make sure that this is the function of preposition and its definition. Now let's see that the kinds of preposition we have got. We have got 4 kinds of preposition. Number 1, simple preposition. Number 2, compound preposition. Number 4, participial preposition. And we have got also these. The simple preposition is nothing but preposition at its basic form. So the preposition like at, by, for, from, in, on, of, to, with, up. All these things are coming under simple preposition. Most of the simple preposition will have monosyllabic words. For example, the word at, by, for and all monosyllabic preposition. And now the second part is compound preposition. In the compound preposition, we generally form by prefixing. When we add, for example, about, behind, below, within, inside, outside, between, beneath, amongst. Such type of words are coming under compound preposition. Now we shall move to the third one, phrase preposition, which is very interesting. You will be studying in your higher classes also. So phrase preposition is nothing but it is a group of words with the force of a single preposition. For example, the words like according to, by means of, in order to, with the help of, with regard to, for the sake of, because of, away from. So you cannot make a complex sentence or a simple sentence or even the compound sentence without the help of this preposition, because preposition always comes when you say that he is coming to school. He is coming to school. When we say that he is coming to school, he is coming from his home to school. When we say that he is going to school, he is going to school. When we see from here, when we say that he is coming from school, so thus the words preposition it has different functions. Dear students, the fourth kind of preposition is participle preposition. The participle preposition, we see that present participle of verbs. Present participle means V1, the present form of the verb plus ing. When you add ing along with the present form of the verb, it becomes, for example, V1 plus ing. Thus, it becomes V4. V4 is nothing but participle preposition where V1 plus ing, V4 is equivalent to the fourth form of the verb. So, the participle preposition we have got present participles of the words used absolutely without any noun or pronoun, without being or attached to them. So, thus students, when you are adding ing with the verb, it functions as a participle preposition. Most of the time we use this type of preposition in simple sentences. Now we are going to see the relations expressed through preposition. Students, if you keenly observe, the preposition itself, it expresses all these expressions and relations. For example, preposition of place, when you refer to the place, time, movement, agency. Here if you see instrumentality, whenever you are using something, for example, I cut my finger, I cut the vegetables with knife. Here with is nothing but it's a preposition. Manner, cause, purpose, possession, measure, standard, rate, value, contrast, concession, inference, motive, source, origin. Students, thus for all these expressions we need the help of preposition. Now we shall move to the next part. The next part is preposition of time. Students, though we have got so many relations to be expressed with the help of preposition, we must know that preposition of time is very, very important. For example, whenever you are referring to, now I have given you the three different prepositions like in, on, at. In, the first thing, on and at. See, for when you are referring something in a very specific manner, we use at. When you are very specific or more specific about something, you use on. When you are generally talking about some bigger things, you use in. For example, whenever you are referring to the holidays without days, for example, Easter, the day refers to. When you don't say Easter day, we can use at. When you use Easter day alone, that time you have to use on. We shall see the difference. Holidays without day will have at as the preposition. And when you are referring to time, for example, I got up at 8 o'clock. So thus the moment, when you are referring to the moment also, time. And parts of the day, the words like midday, midnight, noon, at dawn, at dusk, so at sunset, at sunrise, we use at as the more, because it is very specific, and parts of the day also. And now we also see that whenever we are referring to the specific locations, for example, when it comes to the smallest area, it covers the smallest area, we use at. And for referring to the addresses also, we see that at 456 State Street. Thus, these are all the functions we use for at. It comes under preposition of time. Very good. Hi. Hello Sandhya. Do you listen what I say? Next we shall see that on. On is another preposition of time where we talk about the Easter day, Sunday morning, now when we refer to our birthdays. For example, when someone is asking, when is your birthday? My birthday is on 7th December or 12th November. That time you have to use on as a preposition. When you are referring to the birthdays, and when you are referring to the days and the dates, when you are referring to the time, when refers to the weekend, we must use on as the preposition. And regarding the communication, when you are on the radio, on a bus, students, you must know that I came by bus. That is how we say by is a preposition. But when you use on as a preposition, you must write yeah before the noun. So thus I came on a bus. When you are referring to the floor, for example, the first floor, second floor, third floor and all, we say that no surfaces. Whenever you are referring to the surfaces, we use on as a preposition. Please make sure this whole picture will help you a lot, dear students. And when you talk something about the avenues, where you are going to have your residing place or a party, things like that, we use on as a preposition. And when you are referring to the streets also, on first street, on the street, we use on as a preposition in a more specific manner. And generally we use in as the bigger format of things, where we talk about the enclosed space in a car, in a bus. I came, now I saw something in a bus. So there you are using in as a preposition. When you talk something about the neighborhood or the countries or the towns or the cities, we use in a more specific manner. Dear students, when you say that morning, I went for a walk in the morning, not on the morning, at the morning, of the morning, with the morning, it is in the morning, because when you refer to the parts of the day, we saw something that already parts of the day, only for the specific time we use that. But whereas we have got these two difference, dear students, where if it is a general form, when it takes so much of time, it is in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon. Now we shall see the holidays. As I told you already, in the Easter holiday, there you use, it is very less used in less format. And the periods of time, especially for the seasons, we have got summer season, winter season, autumn season, fall season, everything we say, no. So for all the seasons, we should use only in as the preposition. And when you are talking in 5 weeks of time, I will submit the report. So there it comes in. Months, whenever you are referring to month, for example, I was born in the month of February. You are born in the month of March. So in comes there as a preposition usage. And when you are referring to the years, for example, I was born in 1989. I was born in 2004. So that time you have to use in as the preposition. Very good, students. Hello? Yes, you are also listening, no? Student, please pay much attention, because this whole picture will help you about the different usage of at, on and this in. Decades, when you say that in the 90s, in the 80s, we have got all these forms. When you are also telling something in reference to the centuries, we use this in the 90s or 1090s or 1900s. So that time we use centuries as a time. Students, now we have seen that the describing of time and place with the help of the preposition in, on and at, which go from the general to specific form. Shall we move to the next part? Yes. Now we shall see the preposition of place. Already we saw something about the preposition of time and place. Now we are going to give much concentration only on the preposition of place. Please look at this whole picture. So here you can see there is a box, there is a ball also, it may be a basketball, it looks like. So if the ball is inside the box, what do you say? We say in the box. If the ball is up the box, for example, this is on, this is in, so it is in the box, it is on the box, it is under the box. When something is kept under the box, we say under the box, it is below. And when the ball is put or kept aside after the box, we say that next to the box. And when the ball is put in between two boxes, we use between the boxes. And when the same ball is among all types of or many boxes, we say that among the boxes. When you say that the ball is in front of it, when it is just kept in front of the box, we say that in front of the box. When the same ball is put at the back side of the box, we say that behind the box. When the same ball is not kept on the box, whereas it is just above, or when the surface part of the level is, or the position of the ball is just upper part of the box, we say that above the box. And when the same ball is just below it, we say that below the box. When the same ball is very close by the box, we say that near the box. And when we say that the box is very far away or away from the box, we say that far from the box. Students, if you observe also, this door is here and the ball is kept very nearby the door. If it is that at the box, thus we come to understand the preposition of place. Students, the words like in, on, under, next to, between, among, above, below, and next, nearby, in front of, behind, at, all these are referring to the preposition of place. So you cannot simply say that the ball is door, no, at the door. The ball is the box, no, between the boxes, something like that. So we need to understand this concept very clearly. Students, now we have seen this. Now let's move to the another part of this, the preposition of movement. See, something when you see that, when you happen to see a cat is jumping into the wall, that time actually the preposition, the position of something is under motion or movement. Thus we say that preposition of movement. So move, there is a movement. There is a movement. That is what we say that another word for movement is motion. Motion is, it is under movement. Students, if you keenly observe the whole part of this box, you can see that there is something. Now the ball is scrolled down the stairs. The ball is coming down. So whereas here the words like down is a preposition of movement, and up the stairs, when the ball is scrolling towards or upward towards the stairs, we say that up the way. When the same ball is taken from the box, so there is a movement of the ball from the box, thus it becomes out of the box. The same ball is put, so as you put the ball inside the box, when you happen to see that, you have to use the preposition into the box. And the same ball is thrown towards the box, we say that toward. So toward or towards both can be applied here. And when the same ball is taken and it is put away from the box, we say that away the box. And the same ball is just scrolled towards from the one box to other box, we say that past the box. Okay, next, over the box, when the same ball is put over the, for example, if the ball is coming from here to there, we say that over the box. And onto the box, we have seen that the box is kept onto, the process is taking place, the movement is taking place, thus it becomes onto the box. And the same ball is taken out of the thing, we say that off. So off refers to away from something. And the same ball is rotated around the box, we say that around the box. If the same ball is kept under, so it is taken under the box, we say that under the box. Dear students, you please make sure that when you are showing the guidelines for someone who is a stranger in your street, that time what do you say? So they will ask you how to move to the post office or supermarket, something like that. If they are asking, you must be using all these prepositions. So to give right guidelines, you have to use all these preposition. So for the example, along the road, across the road. So when you are walking on the road, along is the preposition of movement. When you are simply standing on the road, we say that on the road, because on is something which is still, which is not in motion, which is at rest. So we use along for the preposition of movement. When you are going across the road, when you are now crossing, if you are here and if you want to go from here to there, we use across the road. That is why we say that we swim across the river. That is why we use across as the preposition there. Students, when you are going, see this is a tube, maybe a tunnel like or a canal. That time if you are going through the tunnel, we say that through the tube. Students, I hope you have understood. Uday Shankar, I hope you have also understood. These are all the preposition of movement. I repeat: down, up, out of, into, past, away, toward, onto, off, along, across, and we also got the through, into, onto, upon which. So all these prepositions are coming under preposition of movement. Let's move to the next part where we will be seeing the usage of since and for. This is there in the page number 13 of your textbook Samachir, where you can see the difference between since and for. Normally you will have a question on this. Actually, since and for are the prepositions. For example, since refers to a particular point of time. When you refer to the beginning point of time, we use since as the preposition. For example, I have been studying since 5 a.m. Here since is the preposition. Since refers to the beginning of time. So from 5 o'clock onwards, I have been studying. So it is a long process. Most of the time we use since and for the tenses like present perfect tense, present perfect, continuous tenses, and I am at it even now. The construction of this building has been going on since January. Since refers to the beginning of time. So I refer beginning of time. For example, this is the beginning of time we have got. Beginning spelling BEGINNING. Now let's see the for, the usage of for, where for refers to the duration of time, the period of time we say. Example, Maya has worked in this institution as an accountant for 23 years. So when you use for as a preposition here, when you refer to the time, where we talk about the period of time, the longer duration of time, or the duration, we say that for. So where you talk something about the duration of the time. We have got another example, like many ideas were discussed for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks before the annual day theme was finalized. For 3 weeks. Here 3 weeks refers to the longest period of time. Students, I hope you have understood this. Now let's move to the next part, where usage of during and in. So there will be a question for this also. There is no much difference here between during and anyhow both during and in are used to describe actions that happen in a particular period of time. For example, we will be visiting my grandparents during the summer vacation. So here summer vacation is a longer period of time, so we can use either during or in. That is what we have used. And next we shall move to the usage of between and among. Students, whenever we are often refers to something between two things, we use between as the preposition. When we talk something about more than two, we use among as the preposition. You can also refer to, sometimes between is used with more than two things. For example, whenever you are referring to the distinct value or the individual items, maybe 2 or 3 items will be coming, we will be using between as the word. But generally you must know that between is the preposition which is used when we refer to two things, whereas among is the preposition we use when we refer to the more than two things. Dear students, I hope you have understood this usage of between and among. And for your further verification, I have also given you bookback exercises. For example, the word we have been living in Chennai dash years. What is the answer? Come on, Soundarraj, you tell me what is the answer for this question. I told you already. We have got the difference between since and for. That is the slideshow we saw that. And dear students, I told you already, for is a preposition. We use it for when we talk something about the period of time or the duration of time. So thus years is talking about what? It refers to the duration of. So for is the answer for this. And second one, Abdul has taken dash his father. So taken at his father. No, you cannot say that at his father. Taken after. There is a function called phrasal verb. So there we used to add, along with verb, we will be using preposition. So thus verb plus preposition becomes phrasal verb. So it comes under. So take after refers to resembles. looks like. Abdul is looking like or looks like or resembling exactly like his father. That is the answer for this. Vimal generally goes to his workplace dash bus. On, I told you already, on, if on comes, we will have a bus. Whereas by is a preposition, we use it for when we refer to something about the means of transport. Thus by bus is the answer. And the second one is, the fourth one is, the cricket ball was a hidden dash the leaves. See, between and among, what was the usage we saw? What is the answer? Yes, tell me, Google. The answer for this is, between can be used between two things, and among is a word when you refer to more than things. So leaves or something when the ball is thrown, or when the ball is a hit and it went into the bushy area where you will see a lot of leaves, there you say among leaves is the answer. And the fifth one is, money divided his toys dash his brothers and sisters. So I told you already, among is something more talking about more than two things, between is something talking about between two things. So what is the answer? Money divided his toys among, because his brothers, here brothers or plural, yes is coming and sisters are coming. For example, his brother and sister means you can use only between, but make sure this is a keyword for this. You need to be very, very careful. See, among is the answer for this question. Students, we have seen the first thing. What are all those? From and to. These are all preposition. When I moved back to the city, things had changed considerably. Here the word to, back to the city. To is a preposition. The burglar found the keys under the pot in the balcony. What are all the preposition we have got? Preposition of place, under, and in the balcony, it refers to the area. It is generally speaking. So the Prabhu was hiding behind the door when his sister came looking for him. Behind is a preposition of place, and looking for him, look for is a preposition. It's a phrasal verb, it comes. For is a preposition here. And the fifth one is, my dog sat on my hat and squashed it. Here on is the preposition. Students, just like this, you can take any textbook, maybe a social book or science book or whatever be the book which consists of all these words. You just mark down or jot down or underline the words which refers to the preposition. Thus, we have seen that preposition of time, preposition of place, preposition of movement. Now, so we have seen the greatest part, where the second part, let's recall what we have seen so far. So we saw that the definition of the preposition is nothing but it's a set of words which indicates the location. It also shows the relationship between some other nouns or especially some other part of the sentence. And we saw that kinds of preposition, we have got 4 kinds of preposition. They are all simple preposition, compound preposition, phrase preposition and participle preposition. And we came across some of the examples also, and we saw something about the relations expressed. For example, instrumentality, manner, method, origin, source, everything we saw that, among which our prime concern was on preposition of time, preposition of place, preposition of movement, and we also saw some different things about since and for, between and among, and during and in. So the usage also we have seen. At last we saw some 2 book exercises. In the page number 15, you can also see another exercise. It is for your homework. Please make sure that you have a complete knowledge over the preposition. I thank the whole school, the teaching community for this wonderful opportunity. In a special way, I thank all of you for watching this whole video session and take down some of the notes. I thank you one and all for watching. Thank you so much.